One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have the first possession of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse. But it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback, their position is so dependent on others' success. But play within yourself. Make those plays. Don't make the big mistakes.
And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Applewhite. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And the Noles will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get...
He's loose. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They get to him as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Fires to the big fella. He'll try to take it back. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Well, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe it. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Back to pass on second down. Working that wide receiver screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some.
Catch in the middle, it's Copeland. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Williams. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting the run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing it to a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
Catch in the middle, it's 4. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. Trying play action. He's going to fire deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away.
Number 37, on to punt it away.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times.
Catch interference. Kicking team.
You got to give him room and let him catch the football, and if he's called for the fair catch, you just have to stay back. To the air, it's Applewhite. Makes the grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll give it to the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll leave it with him. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
And the QB sneak has been around for 4,000 years. Obviously some exaggeration, but so hard to stop. Quarterback gets it, starts to burrow behind that offensive line, and now you got the push behind with these guys. It's almost impossible to stop.
Brown wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They're going back to the ground. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quick strike complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Just ran him over. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. And the Seminoles line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. He'll throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. Earnit on the Jets. Gets it past the marker for a 1st down, and that's the way we will wrap up the 1st quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll try the left side. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Off play action. Got a man. It's Copeland. After the filthy move, he's got room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Gives it on the option. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, obviously the offense went 3-and-out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
All
right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Oh, he missed it. No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running back searching for a hole. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Hauls it in. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Snagged in the middle. It's Pittman. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
And it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. To the air. It's Applewhite. There's the pressure. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Seminoles have pushed it inside the 20. They think there's room to run to the right here. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal. And the Seminoles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Seminoles. A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, these guys are just on the same page. They rep this play in practice over and over and over for this exact type of situation. QB, there was no question where he was going with that football on that play.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, it doesn't get much bigger than a couple of top 5 teams going toe-to-toe. Here's the latest on this gigantic showdown. Clemson has the lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 9 over SMU. We will circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throws for the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's McCoy. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. The field goal is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And the Noles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the 2nd half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the #1 thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jess, is taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
And it's picked off for the third time today. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Grab behind the line, it's White. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
The Stanford offense. Game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Finds his tight end. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the... They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it in. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. The points have been tough to come by, and they'll try to stretch this to a 2-possession game on this drive. On the run, it's Webster. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And It's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but, man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with it.
Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. Off the play fake. He's got him. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to work.
Intercepted, just what the defensive doctor ordered. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Wide receiver going in motion. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Stanford to the line, trying to convert on 3rd and inches. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The give to the tailback. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll try the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
2 runs, and this defense has been physical, giving up absolutely nothing. Palmer, what's your passing play I think you go to here?
No, I like moving the pocket at this point, Pollock, and also maybe thinking...
Touchdown, Cardinal! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Get it out on the screen. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Wide open spaces. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get there.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Caught behind the line. It's Robinson. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The play action fake. Got it behind the line. It's Copeland. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Noles will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. From the gun, the ground game. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Brown will throw it. Pulls it in. It's Davis. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, the inside give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away saying, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
14 for Stanford. 10.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. We saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Oh, they're after him. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Knowles. They move on top here in the 4th.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Try to get it to the edge. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds his big tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And we've seen a tremendous show from this freshman behind center. And the QB has more than had his way just lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse.
Yeah, and Grease, talking to the coaches coming into this one, they felt like they had a real opportunity in this game to throw the football with success, understanding just how talented their quarterback is. And he's really answered.
There he goes! Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw. It's Applewhite. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Rutgers is just getting blown off the field right now there in Jersey. And at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 33 to Oregon.
Looking downfield on first down.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quarterback running on the draw.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Brown wants to pass. He's going up top here late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He got it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Let's go.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to barrel in. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. It's first and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Quarterback looks for a little space. Sneaks into the end zone.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this was over.
And he made the extra point without problem. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.